communicate what you want to tell me about. Guy, that hurt. As I chucked it across the room accidentally. All right, you guys ready to roll? And we're recording on it. All right, here we go.
Hang on, I gotta record on
Almost, here we go. And hang tight, and just know this, you may be like, oh, I'm gonna bow out before it's over. As far as I'm concerned, once we start and you're in, you're in. I'm not gonna disconnect from you. So you might as well just stick around until it's over with on the screen, because one or the other, you're getting treated.
You're getting treated, but truly when you're involved in an alchemy, it's pretty important to follow it all the way through so you don't get stuck in the middle of the emotional energy transformation.
Very true. Yes, I didn't mean to mislead. Forgive me.
Okay.
Let the beatings begin.
So here we go. You need to mute everyone.
Mm-hmm. Like you're doing right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So as I feel everyone's emotional energy together, the one thing you guys all have in common is the energy of feeling stuck. So we're going to start there. So if you can feel your own connection to being stuck, go ahead and allow yourself to feel that. If you don't feel that connection, that's fine. We'll still get to yours through the alchemy. I feel like there's so much I want to take care of. There's so many things I want to accomplish, whether it be in the external world or in the internal world. I'm having a hard time with motivation, a hard time with movement. It's like there's this perpetual heaviness weighting me down, dulling me out. Sometimes I know why it's there, sometimes I don't. But it's like this thick, energetic blanket. In a certain way, it's oppressive. But I can't fully touch it. I can't fully interact with it. But it feels like sludge or slime on the inside of me. Thick. murky, heavy. It affects my sense of clarity. It affects my vigor for life. It affects my ability to be interested and present in life. It even affects my ability to breathe deeply. I just want to stop feeling so heavy. The energy's changing. Into grief. When I look at all of the ways I'm not interacting with vigor and excitement and interest, I feel such a strange sense of grief. When I think of the past and all of the ways I didn't interact, I feel grief too. And the grief adds to the heaviness. It adds to my ability to not be able to breathe. And then I get this sensation like I can never catch up. I can never get done everything I need to get done. I can never be present enough to bring back the time I missed doing something or being with someone. And I grieve the time that passes, the opportunities that pass with it. People that pass with that. So much loss. And I look around and I see we're all heavy with this grief in one way or another. And I can't help but wonder, what are we supposed to be like? How are we supposed to feel? What's wrong with our world that we feel like this? And if we all have this problem, why don't we connect easier? Why do we fight so much? Obviously, we need each other. We need each other's presence. We need each other's support. We need each other's understanding. The energy has changed into compassion. As I see the heaviness that we all deal with, how can I not feel compassionate? I see a world in pain, and each person responding to the pain differently. I observe that we're all so overwhelmed that we can't find our way out of our own selfish hell. And we're crying out in different ways, asking for help. And that's all it really is. It's just everyone asking for help. But we become offended by each other's cries for help. Instead of embracing each other. And it adds to the turmoil. Instead of alleviating it. And I just want to correct my heart in this way. And be able to see it and feel it, the truth, more easily, more often. And I want to be able to be present with the truth of the world, with the truth of the pain of others. So that I can be a part of our collective healing. The energy is changing. Into receptivity. When my heart opens compassionately toward myself or toward others, it becomes clear to me that I so often keep it walled off or closed off. And I do so because it hurts to feel what everyone feels. But here we are on the precipice of something beautiful if we want it to be. And all that's required is for us to open up and connect to one another. And deeply understand each other and deeply listen to each other. Deeply feel each other. And in the receptivity, we can hold each other accountable too. And we can hold ourselves accountable. Just because we feel the pain of another doesn't mean we take responsibility for it. But it does mean that we at least entertain the possibility that together we can create solutions. But if we're not open and receptive, we can't. I can feel in this state of openness and receptivity that the energy continues to flow, that it doesn't get stuck and stagnated. That it fosters a continual validation. That it fosters a continual connection. And it fosters continual creation and problem solving. The energy is changed into connection. It really is in this space of connection where all of the answers are, where all of the energy is flowing, where all of the validation is occurring. And certainly in this area of connection is where creation occurs. In the lack of connection is where destruction occurs. Which means that in the connection is also where health occurs. So what is this connection about? What are we connected to? Definitely to one another. Definitely to the flow of nature. And certainly to the source of all life. And since the source of all life is the great energy, the divine energy, that which animates us, that which animates nature, of course, this is where the answers are. This is where the power is. This is where the health is. And in the sacred space of connection, I can feel everything. It's bright and light. Both in color and in density. It's lively, invigorating, nurturing. Healing. And when I'm here, I feel home. This is where we belong, in this energy, in this collective beauty. Which means home is less of a place and more of a space created within us. Through cultivating openness, through cultivating receptivity, through cultivating connection. And here it feels safe. The energy is changed into safe. I realize being here that the majority of the reason I have stress and anxiety is because in some way I feel unsafe. And I forget that this feeling of safety can be cultivated by me. Even when the world around me is chaotic. That as I learn to be present with my own dark spaces, my own pain, offering compassion to myself, opening up to myself, and becoming receptive to the love that's really here for me. Whether it's from people, or from great nature, or from myself, or from our great creator. It's truly all around me. And I'm the one that closes myself off to it. But as I cultivate openness, as I cultivate connection, as I cultivate my ability to receive, spending time with it, feeling it, being present with receptivity, I feel nurtured and safe. So I commit myself to these practices, becoming more attuned to the flow of energy, and whether I'm allowing it or stifling it. Become more attuned to receptivity. Noticing how much of the time I'm truly open and how much of the time I'm closed off. I commit myself to noticing what I do with the way I think, with the way I respond to life, to people. Do I allow the energy to flow? Do I allow myself to receive even if it's uncomfortable? Or do I constantly push back? Do I allow myself to learn? Or am I always trying to teach? In these questions, I can more attune myself to what the flow of energy is doing inside of me, and if there is one. Because if I'm always pushing, there is no flow of energy. And through feeling this, I can feel the truth that the healthiest state for me to be in perpetually is actually receptivity. That the great and sacred energy of life is always, always feeding me. And from this day forth, I vow to allow myself to be fed. I use my breath to breathe into it, to breathe into the receptivity. To breathe into the connection. To breathe into the nurturing. So that I can easily find my way into the safety. And in this space, this precious, sacred space, I have clarity. I have calm. I have rejuvenation. I have regeneration. And I have rest. And through this genuine rest, I have vitality. The energy has changed into vitality. Through these sacred processes, I can feel my vital energy, my vital self, my sharp self. I can feel the potential of my health, the potential of my lightness, the potential of my ease. And it's invigorating, and inspiring, and motivating. So I commit myself to learning how to generate this for myself. So that I may live a life that's fun for me, that's enjoyable, that's lighthearted, and resilient. I can feel that this is the true me. And as I train myself to generate this energy, I can bask in this energy And as I bask in this energy, I become this energy through habit. Because we are energetic beings. We do have the ability to train ourselves into our strongest version, into our clearest version, into our purified version. Into our truly vital version. And this is the life I desire. And the one I claim for myself. Forever. Allow yourselves to come back.
How are you all doing?
You guys you're welcome to talk if you want to.
Yeah, you can unmute yourselves.
That's awesome, Vincent.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
Good. Relax and snoozy so everyone's in a relaxed state.
I worked on a lot of heart, pericardium, kidney, lung, and liver. I ended up on liver. So the usual suspects, but in a really strong way.
Excellent.
Good. Good, Barbara. Excellent, Patty.
Good. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mary. I do that. I listen to these every single night, and so does our little boy.
He calls them conversations. I want a conversation as I go to bed. So it's a recording of one of these.
But it is really good to listen to these because until you really can learn to generate it for yourselves, I'm generating it, we're generating it for you. So energy in trainings.
Yeah.
So you want to be wise about what energy you're entraining to. And this is intentional energy entrainment. So as many times as you can listen to it, the better.
That's what the Qigong is, right? It's a form of entrainment. And speaking of entrainment, I start Energy Worker Academy Part 1, a new class, on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you've been holding off doing it, do it. Jump in and do it. You can even pay it over 6 months. So I've tried to take any of the, like, oh gosh, I can't pay that lump sum up front. You don't have to. Just hop in and learn Part 1. Learn how to feel energy. Learn how to cultivate energy, maybe even better than you are now if you're already doing the Qigong. Learn how to work within yourself and work within other people as well. Because if you can work within yourself, you've always got you. You can move that consciousness, your consciousness, into somebody else and work on them in the same way. So let's see you guys on Saturday if you'd like to join me. And we'll start 8 weeks of 2 hours at a time fun, plus a midweek Q&A. So they're all recorded. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks, guys. It's so good to see all of you.
And we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.